empty cup. Just crack a smile and fill it up. Fill it up. Shut up and talk.
It's your cue, Tony.
No, actually, Clark.
And we're back. Oh, sorry.
Clark.
Welcome to After the Final Pour. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon Whittinger. Brought to you by the Malting Hour.
No, that's fine. We'll roll with it. No.
After the final
I
pour.
don't want to do it.
Okay, Clark, you bring us in.
After the final pour.
That's a song you.
We're drinking sours, all five of us. Tony, take it away.
Thanks, Clark, for throwing it to me. Welcome to After the Final Pour,
shit show.
brought to you by the Malting Hour. I am one of your hosts, Tony Golick, joined always with,
Brandon Whittinger.
to my left,
Clark.
it was not,
Danny.
thank you, but great Clark's here too, and we're also joined with special guest,
Joe Basilone.
Thank you, Joe, for joining us for this shit show that we have in front of us. This is why we only focus on one beer right at the end. And Clark, what are we drinking?
We're drinking Soursmith Mango from Arclight Brewing Company in Waterfleet, Michigan.
Wow, that was great information.
Foeder aged American sour with mango 9%.
Whoa, shit.
Wow.
Thought we were going on the low end.
Womp womp womp.
That's the high ABV alert from Clark. Whoops. Sorry, Joe, you chose incorrectly.
I don't know. Based on what's back there, this could have
That's
gone.
true, actually. Yeah. There's a couple under.
How many Black Tuesdays do you got back there? No.
I think just one.
Well, Joe, you had mentioned on the last episode, the Oktoberfest episode, that one of your go-to styles is a sour beer. So this seemed fitting. What do you think of this?
Delicious. It's wonderful. I'm actually not picking up a ton of mango, though. Is that terrible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with
Yep.
you.
No, I think maybe the sweetness that I'm getting in this is the mango, but that's it. The sour beer itself, that
It's
real sourness
aggressive.
is it is.
Which I like.
yeah.
I do, yeah.
It's not overly assertive, but aggressive I think is the right word to use for it. It's really good. I could see myself sitting in the yard on a hot summer's day sipping on this.
beer.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
He's heard that before, I guess.
It's kind of
Never said on the show.
First time we've
before.
ever said it. Dan, what are you thinking about this beer?
I'm glad you asked.
That's part of the job.
This beer's really interesting to me. I really like this beer. It is almost got a creamy sense to me.
Yeah.
The mouthfeel is giving me a perception of creaminess. It reminds me sort of the Rare Barrel, which is out of California. They did a Home Sweet Home, which was a peach cobbler inspired sour.
Okay.
I feel like I'm getting spices on this, and it's making me think of that. I feel like I'm getting cinnamon and warming spices, but it could just be the higher ABV. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the higher ABV, but there is something else coming in other than mango.
I get that creaminess.
Yeah, the creaminess is totally there. I agree.
Actually, I don't know. Does
There's
anybody get mango on the nose at all? A little bit of that?
I get it.
I get it in the finish.
Yeah, exactly. Right
Yeah.
at the very, very end where it's all gone down. And
It's got kind of a
Yeah,
sitting
you know
on
what?
you.
Yeah.
yeah.
I will say that. Yeah, it's coming in at the end.
It's like a candied mango. It's not like a fresh mango.
Right.
But
Yes.
But mango and beer, honestly, I'm
tough.
usually disappointed with mango beers. Ooh, mango beer, that's going to be great. And I have them yeah, it's fine. I guess
Did
I
you
can
have
taste
my
it.
mango IPA that I brewed?
I think I did. That was good.
Yeah, thanks.
But I think I'm always wanting more mango from all the
6
mango
pounds
beers.
of mango in there.
But it's more honestly, I think with mango beers, for me, I get more of the mouth feel changes with a mango beer. It's smoother and I guess
And
creamier. is
here's what I'll say. The tough thing about mango is that there's so many hop profiles that match mango. So you have to be very careful about how you hop your beer. If you don't do it right, the hops are going to mask it, and I think you lose the mango flavor. If you're using something that matches mango, in the hop profile, if that's your go-to, oh yeah, we're going to accentuate I feel like it does the opposite. Honestly,
Yeah.
Such as the mango.
the mango always does
I feel like
the
you could have
opposite.
ended the episode right there. That was a great way to end it right there, guys. Such is the mango after Brandon's description. Yeah, this is This to me is as sour as a beer like I want to get. Like I've had some real like
Puckers,
yeah, like some real harsh, like almost like astringent sour where it like burns going down. Although I will say this, I did have some of your Ghost Jerky, Brandon, before we had this. And so as I'm sipping, I think I am removing the lining of my esophagus just because of the ghost pepper.
Excellent.
It's funny that you mentioned the ghost pepper, though, because I feel like that's what this is missing. A little taste of it.
See?
A little bit of heat, right?
Yeah.
Just a little.
Actually, that would be nice.
Didn't Ballast Point like mango habanero sculpin or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's right.
Well, and then like Stone did like their one, which was like, what was it, like anger? There was like two like opposite beers.
Oh, like pain and
like
punishment or something.
Yeah, crime and punishment, or
Crime and punishment,
like something like that.
Fuck Stone.
Well,
Whoa.
whatever.
Yeah, we said on your.
I'm gonna need another article.
Yeah, we're sending you all the articles, Joe. Actually, yeah, a spicy mango beer would be good. Actually, when you brought the Ballast Point, man, I remember when all those sculpins were coming out, and they had realized, like, ooh, grapefruit sculpin, like, oh shit, we're gonna just jack the price up on this, and
It was always expensive.
it was, but then they then they went up. And where are you now, Ballast Point? Where are you now?
Kings and convicts.
Victory at Sea. Is that their barrel age?
Yep.
Yeah, that's still really good.
Yeah.
Like the barrel age Victory at Sea is really good when they do the different variations of it. Very good. But don't get greedy if you own a brewery. Okay. If you guys had to rate this out of 5 fruit trees, Clark, how many fruit trees would you give this? Or did you? I'm sorry. Did you have something else to say?
Oh no! I was just trying to come up with a better.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Do
term.
you have something else?
What do you do when you have something sour? You go.
How many gigas would you give
Thank
this?
you. You're better.
But you have to do how many?
4.25.
Nice. I like it. It's like a bad Popeye. Dan.
I'll go 4.25 too. I was leaning forward to 4.25.
4.25 what? Yes. Excellent. What were you looking for? Sorry, you were looking for something?
I was trying to think about 4 or 4.25. The sourness on it, like it gets you in the cheeks on every sip. Like sometimes you like take like 2 or 3 sips and you get used to it, but this hits you every time. But it's not like taking the enamel off my teeth sour like some beers are. But it's up there.
Joe.
I was gonna go like a get and a half, but
Hey!
now I'm kind of like, ooh, am I being too generous again? This does for me everything that I need sours to do for me. Like, there's nothing more disappointing than like cracking a sour that's not.
Yeah.
You know, and
100%.
but to your earlier point, like that it's not so much that it's like it's tipped over that level of astringency where it's just not enjoyable anymore. You know? So to me, like this is like classic, just like perfect sour.
Yeah, I'd be real interested. We were looking at Untapped when Clark had brought this out. That there's like a whole bunch of different fruited versions of this. So now I'm like interested in trying all the other ones.
Yeah,
Brandon, how many?
I'm doing a 4.5.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed this. This is awesome. I would drink more of this if we had more. We don't. But this just makes me more excited to find out the other variations that they've done with this because I would love to try this.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Clark, we'll have to find out in October.
Black raspberry, peach, red raspberry, lemon blueberry, berry,
I'm
strawberry.
sorry, what?
rhubarb,
Lemon what?
Lemon blueberry?
Lemon, blueberry, blood
Lemon,
orange,
blueberry.
pear, strawberry, pineapple mango, Flanders red, passion fruit, apricot, strawberry kiwi.
Flanders?
Yeah, and that Flanders.
Ooh, that would be a lot of gecko.
The Flanders red. Oof, that I do want to try that to see like how.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be like fucking
Strawberry,
sour.
rhubarb, and pear.
Ooh, pear would be really good. I would go with the 4.5.
Ooh, pineapple mango.
with this. Nice. I just told everybody that I looked through that, so I don't need you to read everything.
Yeah, I already said that. So
Thanks.
welcome to the show again.
Yeah.
First time I ever had a sour, I was in Las Vegas, and it was like, I don't know, 12 or 15 years ago. I was staying at the Luxor, real like classy place. I was there for work. We were doing a trade show, and there was a pedestrian walkway that connected the Luxor to whatever hotel had the convention center over there. Anyway, in this pedestrian walkway, there was a burger and beer bar. And they prided themselves on having like 150 beers in the bottle or whatever. And that was before it was cool kind of thing. Or probably right around the time that it was already cool. But still, a little
Sure.
Wild West out there. And I had never even heard of a sour before. And the waiter was like, what do you like? You know, I don't like you guys have so much. I don't even know. And he's like, have you ever had a sour beer? And I'm like, why would I want a sour beer? Why would I want a sour beer?
That's most people's reactions who've never had a sour beer.
Right. And he was like, no, you don't understand. Like, it's a style. Like, I'll bring you. And it was a peach sour. And it was a nice fruity sour. And it kind of reminds me of this because it was the most shocking thing I had ever drank. But it was so good. I went back to the Burger and Beer Bar every single day. I was there for 5 days, which was, in Vegas terms, three too many, right? And I was there for 5 days to work, and every day, like, I'd go back, and whether I had a burger or not, like, I was there for the peach sour. And on the last day, they were like, I'm sorry, we're all out. Like, what do you guys only buy this a 6-pack at a time? Like, come on, like, you got me hooked. So a couple years later, I went back out there and I introduced my wife because I came back to Chicago and couldn't find sours anywhere. It was, I don't know, 2009, 2008. It was a long time ago. Yeah. And so I brought her back out there. I'm like, you got to have this beer. It's called a sour. And she's saying, why would I have a sour beer? I'm like, you want this sour. This is a good sour. And so now it's like Melissa's like favorite. That's her go-to style.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Whenever I go to the store, it's always like, I'm getting this for me, and I'm going to get whatever kind of decent-looking sours I can get for my wife.
My wife is the exact same way. We first got together, it was Amstel Light and maybe, I don't know, the Red Stripe. And then when we got married...
Was that like 13 years ago?
No, it was only 10 years ago. Oh, we first got together. You're right. Sorry. You're right. About 13 years ago. Whether you said it.
Almost like today.
Yeah, almost like today. Well, when this comes out, it's probably going to be...
tomorrow.
Closer to my actual anniversary.
Some change.
Yeah, it might actually be 10 years of being married. But, and then when we got married, it was champagne and cider, which, because now we're married, we're drinking champagne. Come on, Laura, get with it. And then she got over that, and it's sour beers now. And one of the beers that she got recently was a sour cucumber dill beer in Wisconsin, Three Blondes Brewing. And it was basically like a pickle beer, and it was really, really good. Like, I want to get it. I want to go back up there. Oh, it's in Michigan, not Wisconsin. Michigan. So, Clark, I need you to start putting that. Thank you. It's funny how that works out. And there's a whole bunch of other like fruited sours that I really enjoy. And I've tried my hand at some sour beers, and they're they're fun to do because it's a whole different way of brewing. So, and I do a kettle sour. I don't do a traditional lacto sour. I don't have time for that. I don't have time. And I don't have the patience, and I fuck it up.
You don't wine barrel age or punch on?
I don't. No.
Oh, foeder?
No, if I had one, maybe. Want to get me one, Dan?
So it's not super difficult then to...
Yeah, kettle sour is super easy. If you... the patience of it is just like giving... you want the pH balance to get to a certain level, and then that's it. You soured it, and you boil it, and you're ready to go. And your fruiting, it was also a big part. I did a tart cherry sour that was like really,
that was good.
Yeah, it was really refreshing. It cleared up really nicely. Great. Now I want to do it again.
You should. It's funny. He asked the question about like sours, and I'm like, ooh, my head went to like coffee. I'm like, wait, nope, get away from that, because Tony and I have talked about 2 years now almost. We did an imperial stout where we took cinnamon rolls from Fanny's that they had made. We took cinnamon rolls, we put them in the mash, like full cinnamon rolls, and just smashed them in there. And then Tony and I, the fat guys that we are, ate them after the fact.
They were really good.
They were really good.
They were still really good.
And so we made our cinnamon roll stout, and we had to do adding some additional vanilla to it, and cinnamon, which was fine. But we'd have always talked about wanting to do a coffee version of that. And it's like, we're not like a big brewer, we're like, obviously, but like, we would love to get some like Perkolator coffee and do like, just if we're, blending it with cold brew or putting it in the mash. Like, I don't know. We've never done coffee before, but we would love to experiment if you'd be willing to let us experiment.
Yeah, that would be a dream come true. I mean, like I'm super lucky, and I love doing the barrel-aged beer with Clint every year at Lake Effect, but he only ever wants my Sumatra, which is great because it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He knows how it reacts, he knows how it works, and it's like, it's the perfect thing with his beer. But every year I'm like, but what if we, like, can we put lemonade, sour? I'm like, can we do, like, there's so many different things we could do with percolator flavors, but from a coffee standpoint, we have, at any given time on our shelves, 11 to 13 different blends and single origins that we offer, and
Then we shall talk.
many of them will lend themselves well.
And you can come by and brew with us if you'd like.
That would be great.
That's easy.
It'll be in the garage.
Yeah, it'll be in the garage.
Yeah.
And probably in the fall, and we'll grab something from the closet you saw.
Well,
We usually just hang out, drink, and brew.
Yeah.
I tell you what, how about you guys come over? We'll roast a batch of coffee.
Hey!
Oh, dude, I love that.
Yeah, we'll let it degas for a couple days, and then I'll come over to the garage and.
Perfect.
throw
Sounds
it in.
good. Sounds like a date.
Well, no, you do the brewing first, and then the coffee's added.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
See, and I never understood that. Like I always wondered because I was like, coffee has a shelf life to it.
Yeah.
So I would think like, how does he get away with this barrel-aged beer that's been sitting here for a year with my coffee in it? And finally, I think it was last year where he was like, no, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't...
During the kegging process, that's
Right.
bread and that coffee.
Right, and I always just assumed that it was like my coffee that was also barrel aging, and I'm like, this defies the laws.
Yeah.
and
You're
everything
ruining
I
my
know.
coffee, Clint.
Yeah. So learn something new every day. But no, that would be a pleasure, you guys.
Cool. Yeah. Well, now you've given us a reason and motivated to brew it again this year, because it's now been 2 years since we've done it.
Well, and just being able to come and roast.
Yeah, that would be fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool experience.
Oh, for sure. It's a lot of fun
Now
there.
order one of your delicious sandwiches that I like. Joe, thanks for joining us again. This has been fun. We
Pleasure's
appreciate
mine,
it.
you guys.
And Dan, you're all right. You're like staring off on the space. You
Yeah,
good?
no, I'm good.
Tired. You got a baby. That's late.
Got a couple 2 tree babies.
At 20 years old, having 2 kids. I mean, it's crazy, man.
It's a rough life.
Crazy. Go back to Tampa. Clark, are you still here?
What a day! What a day! What a night!
Yeah, man. Hey, thanks for bringing up this beer.
Oh yeah,
Or bringing.
I brought it over down southwest. No, I brought it over. It was over.
Brandon,
No problem.
Shut up. Brandon, I love you, man.
Love you too, bud.
Thanks, everybody, for listening.
This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us individually on social media. Brandon can be found on Instagram as BMDub81, on Twitter, BDub81, and on Untapped as BDubDrinksBeer. Tony can be found on Instagram and Untapped under Ace of Help Chicago, on Twitter, The Ace of Help Chicago. Clark can be found as Clarkowski on all 3. Dan can be found on Instagram as hip__hops and hip hops on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, like, and rate the show on your preferred podcast listening platform. Until next time, cheers from all of us at The Malting Hour.